Imagine you walk into a restaurant and you go to sit down, the waiter comes to you and they decide to give you a seat, and then you sit down, you get your food, and the waiter comes back after you finish ordering, and then she says, "Hey, I know your meal is 150 bucks, but it's totally paid for. Somebody came by and paid it for you." Would you look at the waiter, dig into your pockets, pull out cash, and pay her anyways? Or would you accept the free amount or the free meal that was just paid for you? Well, in a similar way, that's what the Bible teaches about salvation. Now, this here is going to be geared to the soul winner, the one who's watching, not soul winning, or the one who is and wants to learn a little bit more. That same scenario there is what Jesus did for everyone else, right? Question: why aren't you going out? Why aren't you sharing the good news? Here's a tip. If you want to start off a conversation, a good way to start that conversation off would be to simply ask the person, say, "Hey, do you believe that getting to heaven is based on your faith only or faith and works?" And once they give an answer, most of the time it's going to be faith and works. As soon as they're done giving their answer, I want you to answer back and say, "Well, you know what? I used to believe the same thing, and a lot of people believe that. But what if I were to tell you that the Bible is a gift and that it is not by works?" Can I share with you one verse from the Bible real quick? Open up to Ephesians 2:8 and 9. That's my go-to passage when starting off any conversation when it comes to spiritual matters. Ephesians 2:8 and 9, which says, "For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast." That's what the Bible tells us is the promise from God, is that salvation is a gift. Just like the scenario in the restaurant, the person who came in, sat down, didn't know anybody was paying for the meal. Someone they didn't know took the initiative and time and went and paid off the meal for them. They didn't have to pay back anything. The meal was already paid for. In the same sense, salvation and eternal life has already been paid for by God when he sent his son, Jesus Christ, for you. Make sure you use that in your gospel presentations. Ephesians 2:8 and 9. It's a really good passage to start it off. See you on the next one.
The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few.